Meanwhile, in another part of the forest, I wanted to show you what they're actually going to be taking of my place here. My actual property runs from this little tree line that runs along here down to the creek. You can see the creek going down through here. That's Alum Creek. Actually, that's Alum Creek. And the tree line runs from East Powell Road down to, the fence line runs down to Alum Creek. So my property is from the fence line down along Powell Road to the intersection, and then along Worthington Road to Alum Creek, and then up to where the property line comes in like this. My pen's being north of the property line here, the edge of my pen. Now what they're going to do is they're going to straighten out Powell Road, and those are the orange lines. And they're going to just come down here, they're going to chop off, they're going to chop off this part of the property. That actually is a little bit understated because they're going to be doing a certain amount of drainage construction on this side, so it's going to affect, a little bit more than just what they're taking by deed, actual fee simple title. Here's the new Gemini Parkway coming in to the intersection, which will be the new intersection. This little corner house area is going to be a retention pond, and this road, that's the old road, is going to be turned into a little cul-de-sac so that this little kiddie school, kindergarten, daycare center can stay in business and not get destroyed. And then they're going to, take on over to the center of the creek. I technically own the road, although there's obviously there's a road right of way on it. So the hooker is they want to put concrete dividers down through the road to the intersection, then from the intersection on across the bridge, so that I won't be able to turn left into my property. Here's my driveway's right about here. So that means if I want to come home from making a grocery run over, 4 miles over on Powell Road, I'll have to detour 5 miles extra on the way home so that I can come in down Worthington Road and then turn into my property. Clearly that's going to be a major bone of contention. So we shall see on that, won't we? Over here is here's the more extended project. Here's the intersection stuff I was telling you about. There's my property right here. And then the new Gemini Parkway is being extended over from Orion Place, where it currently stops, or had stopped. And they're going to have, like, there's a light, and then there will be a light here where the Worthington Road, this part of Worthington Road is going to be decommissioned, and you'll just have this connecting down here. But this is going to be where the new IKEA store is going to be. This will be the traffic light at IKEA Way. So that's sort of the overall plan for this place. So I can talk about that kind of stuff Um, I can't really talk about too many more specifics. I did meet with my attorney today up in Delaware, and we had actually a fairly substantial discussion about this this concrete island stuff, where they're going to try to keep me out of my property from turning left onto it, because see, I might normally approach my property from the east, driving west maybe 3 times a year, if that often. I always have turned into my property over the last, by always meaning like 99% of the time. That's not an exaggeration. Approaching it from the east, from the west, driving east, and so I would turn left into my property. And that's been the way it's been for the last 33 years. I bought this place we moved in January 4th of 1982. So, suffice to say, we discussed negotiating strategy and this sort of thing. The state of Ohio has sued me. I can say that. I mean, that's a matter of public record. And now it'll just be a matter of, how everything gets settled, whether a jury gets involved and, all that sort of thing. So I can't really say much more than that. It has been assigned to a judge. Interestingly enough, I have been drawn for jury duty in that judge's courtroom for the fall term of the Delaware County Common Pleas Court. And that's all I can say about that. I can't say any more about that. So that's pretty much all I can toss out there. So that's pretty much taking care of the bulk of my day. I can also say that the appraiser I hired, is coming out with my attorney next Thursday. And they're going to walk the property, and the appraiser will take some photographs and get information and so forth. So that'll be Thursday afternoon on the 16th. So that matter is moving on. So meanwhile, my son and daughter-in-law and grandson are going down to the Outer Banks in North Carolina, right before the sharks are attacking. They've made it a point to go down there this time of year ever since that Thomas and Kelly got engaged down there this particular week. I guess they got engaged in 1982, although they had been living together for another, couple of years before that, and then they got married in August 2nd or August 3rd, August 2nd of 1983. That was a real dog's breakfast of a day, I'll tell you. What a crock of shit all that stuff is, I'll tell you. Well, on that note, I'm going to kind of hunker down here for the rest of the night here in the rain. And I've got to take some more stuff up to my attorney tomorrow. Some more documents that actually detail all the various easements that have been run across the place. So, there it is. I stopped on the way home and bought some expandable legal size file folders. And the very helpful, cute guy at Staples said, "I don't think we have single folders." I said, "That doesn't matter, because I have a feeling that by the time this the time this whole mess is over, I'll have filled up about all 10 of these." $13.37 for 10 of these things. I'll tell you, in my next life, I want to come back as a owner of one of these office supply corporations. Okay, we'll see here, you know, what might still be transpiring here. Heavier rain is what's transpiring. Bye-bye, YouTubers.